Is it set now?
Just give me 1 minute.
Right.
Sunil ji, good evening. Josan ji, how are you?
Good evening, Anup ji.
No, it's
Anup ji,
fine.
good evening.
Voice is perfectly
Great
fine.
going. Great going.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, we are on now.
All right, great. Hello and good evening, everyone. I, Sunil Khanna, Section of India Committee, am honored to welcome you all for today's session of signing of Memorandum of Understanding between India and Egypt under the guidelines of Inter-Country Committee, in short, ICC. A recorded version of today's program will be available on YouTube, the link of which will be shared again later after today's session. The agenda of today's session has already been circulated, and we will try to complete the meeting within an hour and a half. Rotarian Keval Ramani, please play the national anthem of Egypt and then India, and I would request all to stand at the respective places. Vijayji, the Indian national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adhina Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravid Utkal Banga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchchal Jaladhi Taranga तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, Vijayji. Be seated, please. I take immense pleasure in inviting our dynamic past district governor, Rotarian Deepak Talwarji, ICC coordinator of India, to give the welcome address. Over to PDG Deepak Talwarji.
Good afternoon and good evening, friends, Rotary colleagues, Rotary International Director Mahesh Kotbhagi, District Governor Anup Mittal, District Governor Mayuresh Warke, District Governor from Egypt, my counterpart Suhair from Egypt, and look forward to many galaxy of governors and past district governors and fellow Rotarians. It's a great pleasure for me today to commence this association between our two great countries and two great civilizations. As I was saying earlier, both the civilizations are steeped in antiquity. There is so much of history, mythology, and what a wonderful legacy we have of humanity, of sciences, of art and culture. And it will be our endeavor during this association, which will go beyond just friendship exchanges, which could be virtual, which would be physical. We will match our Rotary clubs, and hopefully very soon as the COVID subsides, we will have physical exchange visits. And most important, under the ethos of Rotary, where our religion is humanity and not bound by any creed, color, caste, or religion, we will undertake community service projects with support of each other in finance and management. And most important, create a bond of friendship which will gladden our hearts, which will enliven our spirits, and make us all and make the whole world a better place to live in for all of us collectively. So friends, welcome once again, and let's begin the proceedings, this historical, momentous proceedings of beginning our association between Egypt and India. Over to you, Sunil. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, PDG Deepakji. It was a great welcome note from you. I would request Vijayji to play a short film on India to give the perspective and a little brief idea about our culture and our territory. Please go ahead, Vijayji.
Thank you. That's really excellent.
India is
Wonderful.
Sunil, I would like to just intervene here and give the option
please.
to Dr. Mahesh Poragi, because I know how busy he is he's taken to come here. Why don't we see bless at the time of his
Blessing,
choosing?
yeah. All right. Okay.
So,
Yes. Why not? Yeah, yeah,
Mahesh
please.
ji,
Yeah,
we
please
would
go
be
ahead.
most delighted to hear you, right now, just to give you an option.
Deepak, we have a film of Egypt also.
Yes.
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 So
I would
it's
like to
up
see
to
the
you.
film. I like to see the
So
film.
then we will
Okay.
wait.
Then we'll wait.
All right,
Just to
great.
give an option. That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine.
I don't want to miss the beautiful country.
Great.
Lovely.
Yeah. So this was
Wonderful.
a glimpse for our friends from Egypt, a glimpse of a culture and various places and the rivers and the mountains and cultures of India. We will now request DG Anup Mittalji to give his inspirational address to the August gathering this evening. Over to DG Anup Mittalji.
Thank you, Sunilji. Thank you so much. Rotary International Director Mahesh Kodbagi ji is always our guide and advisor. Thank you so much, sir, you to be here. District Governor Dr. Gai, District Governor Mayuresh, past District Governor and Chairman of Indian committees. He is making up more than 10 IACs this year. PDG Deepak Talwar ji, Sunil Khanna ji, who was leading this committee, past District Governor and Rotarians from Egypt, and all visiting Rotarians. I think first of all, I congratulate you today to be part of this historical, MoU signing between both the countries. And friends, there is one very common thing between both the countries. Because both the countries have, a legacy of very old age civilization, and both the civilizations are very much recognized all over the world. So somewhere down the line, our psychology, our culture, and our thought process is same because we belong to a very cultured and old age civilization. Friends, like Egypt, I'm talking to the Egypt, our friends. India is also very, very, very strong heritage in the country. Like you have so many structures which is very heritage. India also same. We have a very rich in this. So I think this MoU and our partnership will take relationship of both the country Rotarians to the next level. It gives a great opportunity to both the countries Rotarians to have a friendship exchange. One of them, the culture exchange. I think the economical exchange. I think there must be definitely some business promotion and economic development promotion should there between both the countries. That is also one of the part which we can see in coming time. And I hope service projects is which is the backbone of our Rotary International. Both countries together, we can exchange a lot of community projects with each other. In our country, we need a lot of such projects, and I'm sure your country also need a lot of such projects. So let's together work some of the key projects this year. Identify, Sunilji, I request you to this platform that one project in Egypt, one project in India. Let's figure it out that jointly we both the country Rotarians do together, and we'll see that this is the start of our relationship, and that will be always remembered in the coming years that this was constituted and started with the community project. So friends, I'll not take much of the time. A lot of speakers, our Mahesh Kodbagi ji, past the director with us, RI director, very dynamic and very knowledgeable man about the Rotary. He has made all the countries so dynamic because last 2.5 months, I think hardly few days he is at home. All the time he is going to districts, motivating people, installations. I mean, so much of service projects. Recently, he inaugurated a hospital, and that was done in 47 days. Great job, Kodbagi ji is doing. So I'll not take much of the time because I think more we have to listen. His experience is blessing to us. So Sunil, thank you so much. Deepak ji, thank you so much to take this initiative and let's take it forward. This our relationship further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DG Anup ji, for your wonderful
Thank you.
words. And we have made a note of the projects which you have mentioned, and definitely we will execute that in this Rotary year.
Thank you.
Now I request DG Mayuresh Varkeji of RI District 3142 to give his inspirational address to this August gathering. Over to you, Dr. Varkey.
Thank you, Sunilji, and it's a great pleasure to be here. Our batchmates for my year 21-22, our year Anupji, Pindarji Ghai, our RI director Maheshji, like Anup said, he's been our lighthouse for doing whatever we have been doing for the last 2.5, just completing 3 months. And the fellow Rotarians who are here from the Rotary family of India and Egypt. I think this is the first time for our district of 3142, which is in its 6th year of existence after bifurcating from our original parent district of 3140. And this is probably for the first time that our district is, venturing into this inter-country committee concept. And great pleasure for our district to be a first of its kind program to be happening in this year of 21-22. Actually living up to the fact of internationality that all of us stand for when we become Rotarians, to be a part of that international organization. So I think that international service area, which is, kind of not ventured much area in most of the districts and most of the Rotary clubs. I think this can become a stepping stone for all of us to, focus more on international service and that experience, that internationality for which all of us stand for. So looking forward to more of such associations with different countries. And thank you, Sunilji and Deepakji, for involving our district. And we are so glad to be a part of it and partnering with Anup and the rest of the people from Egypt, going ahead with this inter-country committee, opening the doors for a vast plethora of activities across the geographical areas in both the countries. So thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, DG Dr. Varkey, and glad to know that you are the charter DG of your district 3142, if I'm not mistaken. So that will go down in the history as well. Now I'll request Vijayji to play the video on Egypt, showing the culture and places and destinations to visit. Over to Vijayji.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everybody. I will welcome firstly our colleague.
Tourism in Egypt and the best amazing places worth visiting in Egypt. Egypt is also attractive to beach tourism, medical tourism and religious tourism, and is one of the cheapest tourist countries in the world. And on the level of tourism diversity, tourism in Egypt includes various forms, which makes Egypt's various tourist cities cater to the tastes of all tourists of all kinds. So if you are determined to travel to Egypt, here is a short tourist tour to get to know the best tourist places in Egypt, which you must visit at least one of them. Tourism in Cairo. Egyptian Museum. Cairo Tower. Salah al-Din al-Ayyubi Castle or Castle of the Mountain. The Egyptian Opera House. Khan al-Khalili Traditional Antique Market. Tourism in Giza. The Three Pyramids and the Sphinx. Saqqara Pyramid. Pharaonic Village. Tourism in Alexandria. Library of Alexandria or the New Alexandria Library. Cape Citadel. The National Museum. Montazah Palace Gardens. Roman Theatre and Opera House. Tourism in Sharm el-Sheikh. Naama Bay. The Old Market. Alf Laila wa Laila 1000 Nights and Night. Tourism in Hurghada. El Guna. Sal Hashish. Gifton Island is one of the best tourist areas in Egypt. Al Sakala. Al Dahar. Tourism in Luxor. Temple of Karnak is one of the greatest tourist attractions in Egypt. Temple of Luxor. Valley of the Kings and Queens. Deir el Bahari Temple. Tourism in Aswan. Medical tourism areas. Philae Island. Nubia Museum. Abu Simbel Temple. Nile Cruises.
Great. Wonderful. It seems that we can spend a
Fantastic.
lifetime
Excellent.
visiting Egypt to cover all the places. What a wonderful video of the places you
Thank you.
can visit. Thank you, Dr. Wahid, for sharing that video so that we could play this. I would request now DG Rotarian Yasser Nashad of Rotary District 2415 to give his inspirational address to the soccer gathering. Over to DG.
Hello, everybody. I am very pleasure to you to sign the first ICC in my Rotary year. I am glad to this sign with the India. India is a great nation and a very old relation between Egypt and India. And I'm very glad to work with you and to promote our Rotary organization in Egypt and India to implement our values like diversity, integrity, service, leadership, and fellowship. It's a glad to invite you, all of you, to come to visit Egypt and we can spend a good time with us in Egypt. I would like to thank all the two committees in ICC in Egypt and India to achieve this agreement. Finally, I thank you for your time and your effort to make something new for our countries. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, DG Rotarian Yasser Nashad, for your inspirational kind words. I now request our Rotary International Director, Rotarian Dr. Mahesh Kotbagi, to bless this August gathering with his knowledge about Rotary and shower his blessings on all of us.
Hello, friends, and all my colleagues from all the countries who are present here. First of all, let me give compliments to District 3011 under the leadership of Anup and past Governor Deepak Talwar, who happens to be my batchmate when I was the governor in 2005 and 6. It's a Herculean task. It's so difficult to connect two countries, so many people, sometimes with different languages, with different goal and objects. But I think this ICC committee is doing a fantastic work. They're trying to get 50 or plus countries as the friendship or creating the great bonds. When I saw the film on India, I was also tempted to see the film on Egypt. And that is the reason I told him that who will not like to see about Egypt. Because Egypt is one which invented the calendar of 365 days. And if I cannot give them some time or a day, it is going to be a very, very, a wrong part on my side. One who invented the calendar, and I cannot place my time for such a beautiful country and people around. This is a very unique country which we have tied up today, which has a great bonding with Europe as well as Africa. A very exclusive part of this world, which has in Egypt. And when I had read history, I know that this country has a great inclusion and a very dignity for people who work. Because I read everywhere, and every creation in the world of 7 wonders was most of them created through the slavery. It was not paid money. But I think Egypt is the only country where the pyramids were built and the money was paid to the laborers with dignity and respect. And that makes me coming more closer to my Egyptians and all the friends who are here, in particular to all these people who are in this program today. Friends, we always talk about tourism. And there are so many countries in the world who are so beautiful. Tourism is something, a very reciprocal concept. Some, they like to see the churches, some they like to see the mummies, some they like to see the mosque, some they like to see temples or oceans or mountains and so on and so forth. I have a little different concept of this ICC. I feel the Rotary emblem or the Rotary Global Connectivity has one hidden format called trust. And I think that trust format gives you a concept of the whole one global world. We have a concept called Rotary means business, RMB, which is not on the forefront today. And I feel through the global connect of import and export, if RMB through the Rotary ICC gets elevated, there will be several thousands of people who like to be a part of ICC and get and build these bridges together. Anup and Mayuresh both are here as our governors here. And I'm going to request them that they should think about it. There are some forums which came much later after Rotary, but they also got tied up with the business and they grew equal, I cannot say more, but in a very shorter span, like BNI or roundtables. I think today we can grow on a very, very faster format because we have a trust, we have a friendship, we don't have a differentiation between the religion or even the economy and the caste and creed, like Deepak said. So this forum can open the global market. And you're keeping the 4-way test, delivering the quality product, delivering the quality costs, and arranging all the stipulations of each country. I think this can be a great paradigm shift. Of course, in terms of welcoming, we always say Atithi Devo Bhava. Atithi means any guest in India is treated like a god. And we always welcome each and everyone from District 2451 and even part of Africa to come to our country. This country is very, very beautiful, warm. You go to every state in India and you find something different. I always say it's not one India. Every state is one country, but together we say it's one India called Bharat. Because every state you travel, you find different food, different clothes, specifically for clothes. Egypt is the only country which found the oldest dress in the world, which was 5,000 years back invention. But you can come and see these colorful dresses and different styles in India. You can see the different cultures in India. You can see the different dances, the different musics, and different politicians who think very differently, but only alike to build and grow together. I think my special compliments to all these people here. And I'm so sure that we will soon receive all of you sometime in India. And of course, our own colleagues from zone 4, 5, 6, 7, they'll also be part of Cairo and Egypt. And maybe we can have one evening fellowship at the Niles, enjoying and memorizing our great bonding between two of us. Thank you so much and have a lovely time for this meeting. Namaskar.
Let's give him a standing ovation, please. Thank you.
Thank you, RI Director, Dr. Mahesh Kotbage ji, for gracing this August gathering and spending time with us. We will make the note of special mention, which I picked up out of your address, was the BNI. I was a member of BNI sometime back, and I think Rotary platform can be much, much better considering the four-way test, and our DGs can probably take this further and utilize our platform to also have a business network among Rotarians. Thank you, sir. I would now like to introduce the office bearers of a committee of India, starting with myself, and would request my other committee members, when I take the name, call their name, to introduce themselves and speak about themselves for 30 seconds. So myself, being the president, section head of the India committee, I am an agricultural engineer by education, and in profession, I have been a golf industry professional for around 25, 30 years. I've developed most of the golf courses in this country. I was part of the development of all the new golf courses by putting automatic irrigation systems and supplying turf maintenance machinery to most of the golf courses, right from Kashmir to Kerala and from Calcutta to Mumbai. I was also involved in development and giving suggestions of how to maintain cricket grounds, and worked with BCCI very closely, and that's how the grounds look good today. I was one of the instructors, and I was also the speaker in most of the national curators assemblies and regional curators assemblies. And that's what my background is. And currently I'm an independent consultant and heading the India committee on behalf of ICC as a section head. I would now request our Vice President, Rotarian Vijay Keval ji, to let us know about his background and his position and what he's doing. Over to you, Vijay ji.
Good evening, everybody. This is past President Vijay Keval Ramani from Rotary Club of Thane Royals, District 314, India. Friends, I am currently the District Chair, Avenue Chair for International Service for Friendship Exchange and ICC from District 3142. Also an Avenue Chair for Digital Media and District 3262 in India. And I am also the honorary member of Rotary Clubs of Abuja Jabi Lakeside in Nigeria, Tema Meridian in Ghana, and Sonde in Uganda. By profession, I am a chartered accountant, practicing for the past 28 years in direct tax litigation and investigations. And that's about me. I am a multiple Paul Harris Fellow and a Paul Harris Society member. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay ji. I would request our Rotarian Bharat Sajdev, who's a treasurer of the committee, to let us know about his background and his current positions. Over to you, Bharat ji.
Thank you. Good evening, one and all. Good evening, friends. I am past president, Rotarian Bharat Sajdev. Presently, I am a director, international service chair for the District 3142. And I am a chartered accountant in practice and been in practice for the last 25 years. My specialization is indirect taxes, and I have been speakers at various forums for this topic in and around India. And I'm in Rotary for the last 21 years and enjoy doing service projects in and around the country. And I would like to retake that reach international. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat ji. May I request past President Vineet Rao of District 3100, who is the secretary of the committee, to say a few words. He's sitting currently at Hyderabad airport, taking a flight into Delhi. So I hope he's still there. Vineet, are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, all
Thank
right,
you,
great.
Sunil Khanna.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm Vineet Rao from Rotary District 3011, past president, Rotary Club of Delhi, Vasant Valley. By profession, I'm an engineering graduate from electronics and telecommunication, worked in steel plants in major steel public undertaking and multinationals in steel and mining industry. I'm a cricketer too, played cricket at first class level, was a match referee, and right now intend to contribute to the cause for which I'm here in the August gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Vineet. Have a good flight into Delhi. You may leave if you want to. We don't want you to miss your flight. May I request Dr. Hardeep Singh to please tell us about himself briefly. Doctor, over to you, Dr. Hardeep Singh, who's from ex-Congo, I would say. You know, he used to live in Congo long time back. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Phil. That's close. I'm actually from Uganda.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
Not too far from Egypt, but delighted to be here. Thank you very much, and greetings to everyone. My name is Dr. Hardeep Singh from District 3011. I am the past president of the Rotary Club of Delhi Garden City. I'm a doctor by profession, though I don't practice now. I have a small setup where I skill and train nurses for overseas employment, particularly the UK and the US and Canada. I just like to say I'm delighted that our first agreement is with Egypt. I've had the opportunity of spending 3 weeks in Egypt, and anyone who hasn't been, it is a sensational place to see the cradle of civilization. Truly one of the great, great countries to visit. And I'm delighted. And I hope that we will have the opportunity for great interactions to take this concept forward. My greetings to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. May I request past President Tejinder Singh to speak about himself. We were president together during our tenure, so we had a good time during your PETS program. Yeah.
Right. I'm TP Singh Joseph, and I'm past president of Rotary Club of Panchila Park. I have agro-based background in my BSc Honors MSc from Pantnagar University, and I am Ahmedabad. I am basically involved in agro products, and for last 45 years, I was in this project management, international organizations like CABI, CEDA, and in the 90s, I had, got an opportunity to deal with the Egyptians because we were importing rock phosphate from Al Nasser. Wonderful people, really enjoyed working with them. And now I'm presently on the board of a couple of companies and keeping myself busy in social service, particularly your Rotary Club. Great. Wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you, Past President Tejinder Singh. I would request now Rotarian Harsh McCall of District 3143 to please speak about himself. Over to you, Rotarian Harsh McCall, if you're there.
Seems Jern's gone, or you are not feeling well. He just left. Sorry.
All right. Okay. He's also one of the members of our committee, so we wish him quick recovery. I would request our Rotarian Viral Bira of District 3142 to please talk about his background briefly. He's
also stuck up in traffic, so couldn't join.
All right.
Just message.
No hassles. We wish him luck to reach home soon. I would now request our Egypt counterparts, starting from Dr. Sohail Waheb, to please introduce your committee chair and their committee members and office bearers. Would request over to you, Dr. Sohail Waheb. You have been very, very helpful in coordinating with me for giving all the information about Egypt. So over to you, Dr. Waheb.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sonil, for all your efforts and for that continuous work what you did last few days. I would like to introduce my committee. In my committee, each one is responsible is the ICC from the share of the Egyptian section. My committee, but unfortunately, they are not with me now because our work is finished at 6 o'clock and they are working in their offices. So perhaps they are looking their mobile, but I have the names and I have the ICC share of the Egyptian section of India and Egypt. I will let her talk after I finish the name of my committee. I have in my committee Tariq Halwadi. He is the chair of the Egyptian section with Egypt with Turkey. Nancy Mahdi, the Egyptian section for the ICC with Morocco. Magid Rajdan in the Egyptian section with Tunisia. Nancy Abdel Hamid is the Egyptian section for Uganda. Josephine Hanna, the ICC share from the Egyptian section with France. The lawyer Hani Fahim, he is the chair of the ICC Egypt with Armenia and Georgia. At last, there is Hoda Abu Mela is the ICC chair with Egyptian with Italy. And now I present you the Mrs. Sally El Hadidi, Dr. Sally El Haddad. Salwa is her name, and the usual name is Sally, and she is doctor medicine, and she is Grand Subcommittee chair and chair of the Egyptian section of ICC, India and Egypt.
And retired governor for international relations for District 2451.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Suhail, and thank you for our Indian people, Indian friends, Indian Rotarians, for sharing with me this lovely moment. It's a really historical moment, as it used to be if you remember, in 1961, we had the non-aligned states together with Nehru, President Nehru, late President Nehru, Tito from Yugoslavia at that time, and Egypt, Nasser. So these three presidents, late presidents, they had the first non-aligned movement, and now look how many years now have been since 1961. So we share together a historical actually area or historical era together. I was so lucky to come to a country. I came twice actually, as I can remember, in 2017 and 2019. And in 2019, we were celebrating the 100 years of Calcutta Club. And I was a speaker. I was invited, but his name was, let me remember, Schumann Ray. And also, at that time, was the president, international president-elect Shahir Mehta. I was invited as a speaker over there. So you have a lovely country, very nice country, and really I invite all my colleagues here in Egypt to go to India. Lots of places I went to, and I hope by signing this treaty between us, the ICC, we want to give a chance to the Rotarians, either from your country or from mine, to exchange really visits, actually on the youth level and on the Rotarians level, and this would be, I hope that we will benefit from this signing the ICC together. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope to see you here in Egypt. Thank you.
Thank you, Salwa.
Thank you, Dr. Sohail Wahid, for introducing your committee chair and various members who are engaged in ICC work. I would now request our past district governor, Deepak Talwarji, to take over and look into the e-signing of the memorandum of understanding between India and Egypt. Sorry, Governor Deepak Talwarji.
Good evening.
Please.
Do you, Sunil, do you have the MOU on screen? Can you show that? Yes, you can. Who can do that?
I think if we can share, Dr. Sohair, you have it, I guess. She has a written.
Okay, I thought that you were going to put it on the screen, because anyway, if you don't have it, that's fine. We can still read it. You have it in front of you right now, Sunil? Or you don't?
Yes, I have.
Then why don't you quickly? Yes, just read it. It's basically a summary of the Charter of Activities, and why don't you just read it? You know, just read the highlights.
Sure. All right. Okay. So, a memorandum of understanding for the establishment of an ICC between India and Egypt. The undersigned Rotarian Deepak Talwar and Dr. Sohair Wahib, national coordinators of India and Egypt, respectively agreed to sign this memorandum of understanding in order to encourage contact between the Rotarians, Rotary clubs, and districts of both countries to promote fellowship and intercultural understanding between India and Egypt. To reach this main objective, Rotarians, Rotary clubs, and districts of India and Egypt are strongly urged to promote individual or group friendship exchanges, and in doing so, develop a network of twin clubs, as well as to stimulate and support current Rotary clubs and future Rotary clubs or district projects, including the Rotary Foundation global grants. Based on the above, an official agreement and charter will be prepared by the two national sections of the ICC India-Egypt, including Constitution of India-Egypt, will be signed by district governors and national coordinators of the two countries according to the Rotary International bylaws. Once the official agreement and charter is signed, as mentioned above, it is agreed that India-Egypt Inter-Country Committee between Rotary International Districts 3011 and 3142 of India and Rotary International District 2451 of Egypt is established. The president of ICC India-Egypt from India will be past President Sunil Khanna. The vice president, past President Vijay Narayan Keval Ramani, and from Egypt, president will be Salih Salwa Al Haddad, and vice president.
Well, okay.
So that is the
brief. So what you do now, Sunil, is that you just take the name of the signatories. They will say that we agree and we confirm, and we take the MOU as digitally signed. So what you could do is just read the names, which are given at the end of the memorandum.
All right.
Okay.
Just now, I think, even the MOU came onto the screen. So
no, that's all right. Fine. We've got it. Right. Just read the names on the MOU.
Okay. Please. So I would request District Governor Yasser Nashad to give his consent.
Okay. Okay. To me.
Just for saying yes.
Yes. And I will sign me and Salwa and Suhair, and we'll make a scan and send to you. And from your side, you can sign all of you and send to us the signed from scan copy. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. The next.
Great. So great. So Dr. Sohair and so Dr. Sohair is also there, so they can sign it jointly, and I'm sure they've done it by now.
Right. Then we come to the Indian section now.
Yeah. So may I request DG Rotarian Anup Mittalji to give his consent.
Sunil, thank you so much. Yes, I agree. You have my whole consent, and on this platform or the signing, I just request my Egyptian Rotarians to visit as a friendship exchange as soon as possible to our district, and then really will be honored to host you here. Thank you so much.
May I request Rotarian District Governor Rotarian Dr. Mayuresh Barkeji to give his consent.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil ji, and pleasure again to give my wholehearted consent to this memorandum of understanding for that inter-country committee with District 2451, and looking forward to many such programs between the two countries.
Now, may I request ICC National Coordinator in India, Past District Governor Deepak Talwarji, to give his consent.
I give my consent and I confirm with all the pleasure and with great anticipation for a very, very long, fruitful, mutual, Rotary-based association. It's a real pleasure. So, Sunil, we take this as digitally signed and we will complete all the hard document formalities soon after, and I'll report to the executive committee along with Sohair. That'll be done. So I think we can all congratulate each other. We can clap. And thank you so much. And would you ask Sohair to give a vote of thanks? Would you like Sohair to give a vote of thanks?
Yes. In fact, I would ask her, and Dr. Sohair Waheb, I would request you to please give a vote of thanks.
Okay. Dear governors, dear Rotarians, Rotarians having intensified fixed beliefs and overwhelming passion to serve together in alignment in all aspects of Rotary service. Through our unity in work and diversity in the wins, we maximize our outcome, achievements, and goodwill. Our meeting today to sign this ICC pyramid and draw the beautiful Rotarian portrait, showing that Rotary boundaries are sky high and worldwide limits. We simply clarify the fact that together we serve better. We feel that together we are strong and empowered by creativity, morals, ethics, and enthusiasm, above all devotion and love for our Rotary mission in all 7 areas of focus. Today, we signed a new document with all of the above in presence of esteemed governors and valued fellow Rotarians. We are all signing on papers, typical signature as in our hearts and souls. Thank you. So here
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Waheb, for the vote of thanks. This concludes our ceremony of signing of Memorandum of Understanding. And I congratulate again all the members who are present here from Egypt and India, and the committee members and the office bearers for such a wonderful historical event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody and all the attendees who are here. It's my deep thanks. And please involve yourself in all ICC activity and with all the 50 countries, with involving all the districts of India. That is our goal, and we'll get there. And we do something. And I want to announce we'll be starting a quarterly e-newsletter soon, an ICC e-newsletter, which will share information with all and everybody as to what we are doing and what we propose to do. Thank you, my friends. God bless you.
Thank you. Deepakji,
Congratulations, Deepakji, and everybody. Let's have a great start.
We had attendance from 15 countries.
Excellent.
Wow.